Well, welcome back. I'm Mark with Isaiah Industries, and in this segment we're going to look at the installation of our valley pan. Before we begin, you might notice that I chalked a line up the center of the valley. If I have a valley that's longer than an individual piece of valley, I'm going to want to make sure that I have things lined up straight between the two pieces. If this section is going to require more than one valley pan and the valleys are not tapered, I'm going to have to cut a couple of tapers in the bottom piece as well as the top. Now, of course, if I have a tapered valley, I'm going to put the wide end at the top and the upper piece is going to nest inside of the lower piece. But again, with the KasselWood system right here, I don't have tapered valleys. So notice I cut a taper about 3 inches down on the inside here. And on my upper piece, I've also come 3 inches and I've cut a taper there as well. So that these two pieces, again, are going to be able to nest together. One other thing I can do before I put this up on the deck is to open these outer hems on the lower piece, again because I want the upper to nest inside and on top of the lower piece. Once I've got that done, I'm going to set the valley pan in place. Notice that the very center of the valley is going to be on the chalk line at the top. And then down here at the bottom, I'm going to line up the drip edge with the very corner of the valley. I'm going to press down in the center and then take a marker or a pencil and I'm going to mark the underside all the way out to the corner. I'm able to turn my piece over at this point and see that I met right in the center and I've come out to my two corners. Next, I'm going to take my 1-inch wide metal ruler. I'm going to line it up with those lines and mark a parallel line that's going to represent where I'm going to cut the material. I'll also be cutting a relief cut right here. I'm going to cut my relief cut there. Take my hand seamers. I'm going to want to make sure that I center the hand seamers first on the triple thickness of metal here because that'll be the hardest place to bend. And I don't want to try to bend it all the way because my hand seamers don't go the entire distance of the bend that I want to make. So, bend it part way. Work out to the end there. Crimp it so that it goes almost all the way over. I'm just going to round off the corners of these hems, get style points for that. Make sure that it's firmly seated in place, that my top is right on the chalk line. And then at that point, I'm going to be able to make sure again that it's firm against the drip edge. And come up to the top just about a half an inch from the very top and all the way to the outside. I'm going to fasten it to the deck with 2 nails. Then of course I'm able to come back and put my clips every 12 inches along the side. Now I'm going to want to again have my 2 pieces tapered. This one tapered on the top hem, this one on the under hem. I've opened up my flanges. I'm able to slide this in over here, and because it's tapered, it's really pretty easy to slide this together. I'm going to make sure that it fits in place. And then I'm going to lift it back up once I'm satisfied with that. And I'm going to take my sealant. I'm going to seal around both nails and put a bead of sealant all the way across and along these taper cuts as well. Then I'll come back, put it in place. I'm going to wrap my hems. Make sure it's as far down as I can get it. And again, center it at the top chalk line. Put clips at the overlapping hems and then 12 inches on center on up the valleys. Once I've put my final piece at the top of the valley, I'm going to want to run the valley about 2 inches over the ridge and cut a relief if I need to at the center of the valley so that I can fold it over the ridge, and then again all the way on the outside put in 2 nails to secure it and seal the nail heads.